And we're back. Round 2, Justin. What do we have to look forward to here?
More the same. I think Cameron showed a dominant first round. Definitely up in my cards.
I'd have to agree there. Khulekani's going to need to change something. Either keep distance with the strikes. He can't let Cameron close in on him. He definitely doesn't want to be pushed up against the fence again. And the last thing he wants to do is be on his back.
If I were Khulekani, I would stand back and pick my shots. Throw a lot less kicks. Sort of lower my stance and throw more punches. Not load up too much.
And be ready to sprawl and sprawl hard. Well, let's see. We can talk about it. They've got to do it.
His hands low, maybe looking to defend the takedown.
He's not too worried about the striking at the moment. He knows Cameron wants to shoot.
Khulekani needs to put some combinations together. One strike is definitely not enough.
And Cameron shoots in a very easy takedown there.
It's textbook wrestling takedown, William.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Half guard, look for him to soften him up with punches, and then look to pass to full mount.
That's the nice thing I like about Cameron's ground game. He's not happy to stay in one position. He always wants to transition to the dominant position. In this case, obviously on the ground, the most dominant being mount. Cameron will try and work his leg free and try and get that half guard and possibly mount.
Very methodical, textbook stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't take a lot of risks on the ground. He doesn't explode. But there's Khulekani getting... But you see what I mean? As soon as Khulekani gets guard back, Cameron passes straight away.
Khulekani a bad spot here, pressed up against the cage. Looking for a key lock. Cameron tucking the elbow.
Doing the right thing.
Oh, Cameron needs to be careful of that. Khulekani is very powerful.
He just needs to get his hip out there, Khulekani, to get a little angle on that key lock. Oh, he's throwing knees now from the bottom.
Oh, Cameron needs to defend it. That looks deep, Will.
We've seen Cameron in previous fights incredibly hard to submit. You'd say his bones are possibly made of rubber in some cases. I've seen him in some really bad positions and he doesn't seem to be too disturbed by them.
Cameron's saying very calm. That looks deep, Will. That shoulder's bending the way it's not meant to.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It doesn't look great, but as you can see, Cameron not too stressed. He's striking. Khulekani letting it go. Then go right back to it again.
Cameron in a better position. Can't sudden because the cage is there.
Still looking to pass there, Cameron. There
Khulekani not letting go of that.
Cameron uses as an opportunity to pass. Knee on the arm though to prevent the...
He's broken the grip.
What a great move there.
Like I said, it's constant pressure. The wrestling is really superior to Khulekani's.
He does indeed keep a lot of chest pressure on his opponent, so Khulekani ends up carrying a lot of weight.
There really is so much Cameron could do from here. He really could posture up, he could rain some strikes, he could mount. There's submissions from the side.
Yeah, but as mentioned earlier, Cameron's he's a calculated fighter. Doesn't like to take a lot of chances. He knows he's got a dominant position here. He knows it's a 5-round fight. And he knows Khulekani doesn't have much of an answer from this position. So he'll be happy to pick a few little shots, wear Khulekani out. Look for that mount. Bit of a lazy mount there.
Got half guard.
Khulekani not doing much within his positions though. He's happy just to lie there. It's almost like he wants to survive the round and start the next round fresh and possibly land a big combination.
He's still got a while to go. He really needs to look at getting up. Again, hunting that key lock.
Yes, there quite often is something that Cameron might want to look at in the future.
Cameron's safe. He really is keeping the pressure there.
The difference in this round, Cameron hasn't really, had that mount. He hasn't been able to land as many strikes. It's been more of a control round for Cameron, holding Khulekani down a bit more, making Khulekani carry his weight. He's looking to posture, do a little bit more damage.
Probably doing well to keep the knee in there to create space.
Very nice sweep. But possibly a submission attempt there by Cameron. He could have a heel hook.
So many options, heel hooks.
There's a heel hook. He goes for it. Khulekani lucky to get out of it.
Powering out of it. There's an ankle lock there. He's a little bit too high there.
I don't know if Khulekani wants to be fighting ankle with Cameron at the moment. Should use this to stand up. Fine, a little slow.
Again, the pressure again.
Khulekani had an opportunity to stand up there. He was just a little slow off the mark, and Cameron took advantage once again. Straight into side control. Looking for that mount. Khulekani managing to avoid it this time. Khulekani could actually use that position to sweep Cameron when he goes for the mount. He's got Cameron's head. He could use it to turn him.
I don't think he wants to. He really wants to just hold on. With 30 seconds left in the round, it's the right thing to do. He's definitely behind on points.
Yeah, he's going to need to change something in this fight. He can't afford to give away these rounds. These are easy rounds to be giving away, and you're just eking out points to your opponent here. You're here to win the fight, and in his case, he's here to retain his title. Cameron looking for that submission.
Khulekani not going to tap from that.
Nah, short time now. That's the end of the round.
Definitely another dominant performance from Cameron. It's 2 rounds to 1.
You can see Khulekani there looks a little unhappy with his performance. Yeah, that submission attempt was a nice try there, Justin. And then Cameron coming back with a couple of possible ankle locks. Not deep enough on the ankle in that particular case. But nice to see him trying to go for it.
Yeah, Cameron always looking to finish, which is very good. Cameron going to the third looks very fresh. Nice one pull. Speaking his ear, keeping him cool.
Khulekani's corner now, what would they be telling him? I mean, he knew this was Cameron's game plan coming in.
I was his corner, I'd tell him to keep it standing.
Easier said than done by the looks of it.
You really need to keep that range and really strike from the outside.
The one predictable thing is Cameron's going to shoot, so if you can just time him shooting, and there it is, there's a shot.
Going right down into takedown. Single leg completed. Khulekani able to wrap guard. Cameron happy to stack.
Pushing him back against the fence, limiting his mobility here. That cuts down on Khulekani's submission game, cuts down on his ability to stand up unless he uses the fence, which he's shown no indication of wanting to do. And Cameron pushing the leg down, he's going to pass. Very easy pass there for Cameron.
They're in Khulekani's corner, but you can hear Morné Swanepoel speaking over them.
Yeah, he's got a great relationship with his fighter. They've been together for ages. Cameron started with Morné, and he's doing him very proud lately.
There will no doubt end with him, yeah. They're very big on loyalty in the club.
Great team spirit.
Very disciplined.
And they're producing some amazing fighters. You can see Cameron here, slowly working to free his leg. Going for that mount again.
You're really going to find Khulekani has to do something really special to get away from this. He's not even trying with him, he's just covering up.
Yeah, and Cameron, he's really picking his shots here. He's not even hitting that hard, to be honest with you. He's fought Khulekani before, he knows he can take a punch. And the most activity we've seen is Khulekani throwing off his back.
Often looks from Mount, he looks for that arm triangle.
It's a safe submission, Justin. You don't get that arm triangle, you're still on top, you haven't...
sacrificed anything yet.
Yeah, because right now there's a potential for an armbar. However, you risk it. If you go for
sacrifice
the armbar,
position,
you
could end up on your back, and with a big guy like Khulekani, you don't want to get hit on the top like that.
It only takes 1 or 2 shots. You heard Cameron saying he knows Khulekani hits incredibly hard. Those arms are in just such a great position for an armbar. I'd love to see him risk it.
Cameron wants to beat him up. He doesn't want to sub him. He wants to finish him with strikes.
To do that, he's going to need to land. He's going to need to land some hard strikes and a number of unanswered strikes. These little strikes here aren't going to finish the fight. There's the arm triangle, possibly.
I've seen Khulekani take some big strikes. You're not going to finish him easily with strikes. That's for sure.
And it must be great for Cameron knowing he really doesn't have to maintain that mount position too hard because Khulekani's really doing nothing from the bottom. He's got an opportunity to get his feet on the fence there, kick off, possibly look to bridge. At the moment, he's just surviving once again. And this is going to be another round down in the books for Cameron.
I feel like Khulekani is really getting desperate now.
A couple of those shots are landing on Cameron. Cameron thinking, let me go back down there. There's no reason to take it.
Really doing any damage?
No.
Cameron happy. He's ahead on points. He's not going to do anything flash. He's going to grind away. Another arm triangle attempt here.
Every time Cameron bases up to throw like that with Khulekani put his hands on the hips, that a shrimp escape, it would be there every single time. here, he could use this opportunity to bridge, shrimp away, push one of Cameron's legs down, possibly go for a sweep. Instead, his legs are very inactive on the ground, Justin. Khulekani's legs remain very stationary.
He's not using his hips at all. Cameron Swanepoel shouting instruction.
Cameron trying to get a beat-down position there with the knee on the arm. Maintaining a very high mount.
And there's an armbar attempt.
There's a possible armbar attempt. I think that was more Khulekani turning the wrong way and giving it to Cameron. He's safe as long as Cameron doesn't get his leg over the head.
The big knees in the ribs. Back to full mount. Cameron in dominant position again.
You see, Cameron had the opportunity for the armbar, but once again, he prefers to retain that dominant top position. You can't fault him for it. It's winning the fight.
He's doing what it takes.
And we've got to remember, Khulekani is actually the title holder. Cameron's got to come here and take the title from him. And at the moment, I believe he's doing it, and he's doing it very easily.
We'll see in the last seconds, Cameron looks to finish with a submission.
Well, he knows there's not much to risk there, and that's an intelligent move. 10-15 seconds to go, you can afford to go for a sacrificial move if necessary.
You're not going to spend, your opponent's not going to spend too much time on top of you.
Khulekani possibly aware of that and holding onto the head now, not giving him an opportunity.
I would say this is 3 rounds to 0.
3-0 most definitely.
Cameron just stepping over and finishing in his corner.
Khulekani having to unfortunately stand up, walk to his corner. I'm sure
you can see by his body language he knows he's losing. Okay, the fight replay. Okay, double leg takedown. More of Cameron mounting and his dominance.
Replay could be a carbon copy of the first and the second round. Here was an opportunity for that armbar. Cameron just needed to get his right leg underneath the head, but he chose to go back to mount, play the safe game, beat up Khulekani a little bit more.